Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video on my channel in which I'll be setting up my bullet journal for January, as well as showing you a pretty brief and quite unusual yearly setup. This year I'm going for a notebook therapy journal for the first time ever, and after my name page we're already moving on to my 2 yearly spreads. And as I said, it's a little bit bizarre, but I figured out that the index spreads and the future logs never really got used, so I'm saving the space for something more productive, and instead I put down all the calendars for the following year and a cute quote that reads, "What a wonderful thought it is that some of the best moments of our life haven't happened yet." Now, moving on to the actual theme that you're here for. This month I'm doing a Cinnamoroll theme, and I really enjoy the way it turned out. And boom, it's already outlined. I'm sorry for the weird cuts in this video. I realized a little bit too late that my hair and my head got all over the video, so excuse me if you notice any weird transitions. But regardless, this is what I'm going for with this cover page, and I'm coloring this cute frame in with a darker shade of yellow because I'm trying to make it seem like it's gold. Now moving on to the pony, as you'll be able to see, I'm keeping the pastels going and I'm making it look as soft and as cute as possible. Also, as a side note, as soon as I started using this journal and as soon as I created my first spreads, I noticed such a big difference with the way the colors and the markers look on it, and I've honestly been loving it so far. Now all that's left to do is to write down January, and I'm ready to move on to my quote page. This, I believe, is my favorite quote page I've ever done. I think it turned out so cute thanks to these doodles, which are all, I guess, Cinnamoroll specific, and the colors and everything just added up to the cuteness of it. So now it's finally time to color everything in, and in case you're wondering what markers I used, these are Tombow dual brush pens, and I'm gonna leave the codes for them in the description box in case you're interested. So the quote I chose for this month is, "This is the beginning of becoming who you want to be," which I guess really resonates with my goals for the new year, considering that I'm trying to change pretty much every aspect of my life. And now it's time to move on to my monthly log, which was so fun to make. You'll see that it turned out so colorful. I always kind of felt like my calendar spread looked a little boring and lifeless, so this month I decided to go in with as many colors as possible, obviously keeping the color palette going. Also, the little boxes that you see are 3 spaces wide and 5 spaces tall. Initially, I wanted to have January written on the side here in a cute font, but I ended up doing just a bunch of doodles to keep it even cuter, and you can see all sorts of stars and bows and Cinnamorolls and cute drinks and all that. So I really enjoy the look of this spread. I think it's so calm. Now I'm just adding some details with a white gel pen, and you'll also see me adding all sorts of sparkles and this cute stuff to keep everything more compact. I'm writing down the days of the week, and then I'm moving on to outlining the doodle that I have in my left corner here, which is Cinnamoroll, basically just carrying a bunch of Cinnamorolls, which I guess is kind of cannibalism, but it looks cute. I'm now creating a one line a day kind of vlog here, and I am highlighting the weekends to just give me a better view on each and every week. I'm now ready to flip over to my trackers, and this time for outlining the horizontal boxes, I'm using my gel pen instead of a Sakura Pigma Micron because I figured that it looks a little bit smoother. For this spread, I chose two random doodles that I found and I thought were cute. And this one that I'm doing right now is Cinnamoroll riding a unicorn, which I think is so adorable. I'm unfortunately still unsure what to write on that banner down there, but I'm definitely gonna figure it out. Now I'm coloring everything in, obviously very carefully so that I don't smudge the fine liner that I just used. Then I'm moving on to this absolutely adorable cup of tea kind of doodle, and I really love the way this looks. I think it's my favorite doodle this month. I also really love the way I shaded everything. I have been doing that lately, and it gives every single doodle such a cuter look. I decided that this spread looks too soft for me to go in with a black fine liner and write January trackers. So as you can see, I did it in a blue marker instead. And I'm writing down the days of the month in this white gel pen. Now I am sectioning these two boxes for each individual habit or mood that I'm tracking, and as you can see, there's quite a lot of spaces for the habits that I'm tracking this month because I figured out that the more habits I'm tracking, the more things I actually want to do. Moving on, this month instead of showing you a weekly spread, I decided to show you something else that I'm doing this year, and that is pretty much choosing a prompt to write about every month. I could do this weekly, except I feel like I'd get bored of it. so that's why I'm doing it as a monthly thing. The two doodles that I chose for this spread are kind of self-care related because I don't know, writing things down for me is self-care. That's what I consider it to be. So I think these are perfect for it. A part of me really regrets making this a regular bath instead of a bubble bath, but I think it looks adorable regardless, and Cinnamoroll looks so relaxed in this. So on the left page, I'm gonna have a long list of prompts. I'm either gonna come up with these or search for them. And on the right, I'm gonna choose a prompt and basically just answer the question and write down anything and everything that goes through my mind. I added these doodles around the titles to just make everything a lot cuter because recently I really hate the look of minimal spreads. I guess I've just been doing that for too long and I want something a little bit more complicated now. I'm now adding the mandatory sparkles around the titles and I'm ready to move on to the last spread that I'm showing you in this video. So this is going to be something like a monthly wrap-up or review, as well as a playlist that you see me creating on the left side right now. I'm creating 6 different colored boxes for the 6 songs that stuck with me this month. Of course, I had to add a cute doodle to this spread as well, which is, I guess, musically related. You can see Cinnamoroll listening to some music on its headphones. I am now writing down the title and adding some quite dysfunctional stars around it. One thing about me is that I really cannot draw stars for some reason. As hard as I try, it's just physically impossible for my hand to do that. Moving on to this absolute disaster of a spread, I am creating some space for my thoughts at the end of the month, as well as once again outlining the doodle of Cinnamoroll, this time kind of like magic themed, I guess you could say. And here is where the problems start, because as you can see, I'm making 2 boxes, one for the movies that I've seen this month and one for the documentaries, but I ended up smudging the lines because again, I'm using a gel pen for this, not a fine liner, and I think I fixed it pretty well though, because I managed to find 2 star stickers that I had, even though I'm not a big sticker or washi tape kind of person. So I really hope this looks okay. I'm sorry if it looks too bad. I would lie to you if I told you that I felt very happy after doing this. It was actually kind of a sad moment. And now it's time for the final flip through. I really hope you enjoyed this theme. For me, it was so fun to make, besides that last spread that we just talked about. And this is probably the cutest theme I've ever done so far. And it's a great start to this new journal. If you want to see more of it, make sure to go on Instagram and check out my account. And I'll see you in the next video.